All right, guys, welcome to another episode of Crypto Tips. I am Toby, and I'm here to tell you why I'm so freaking bullish right now. Let's get into it. All right, let's go over a couple of news articles, and I'm going to tell you why it's so freaking bullish right now. U.S. consumer prices increased steadily in January. They're saying, okay, it's called the CPI. It's called the Consumer Price Index, and that pretty much tells you like how much prices are rising or prices are dropping. They're saying inflation has increased pretty much 0.3%. Really? Have you seen the stock market lately? Have you seen crypto lately? So, what is false about this stuff is they keep changing their numbers or keep changing what the things that they're gauging inflation by, right? If one thing is going way up, like out of control inflation, they'll take that out of that CPI index and replace it with something else, or just completely just not tell anybody and erase it. So that's how they can trick people in saying, oh, there's hardly any inflation. So anybody can tell there's tons of inflation, right? And let's get into this. All right, jobless claims worse than expected as pandemic-related filings surge. It surged 793,000 last week. And the previous week was 812,000. I mean, this is crazy. We're talking loads of unemployment. So what is that going to do? And that is going to create stimulus checks. So Democrats pushing $1.9 trillion COVID relief forward with $1,400 payments. So 1.9 trillion, and that's just right now. This is just this stimulus package. I'm not talking about other ones that are going to be probably bigger because, as prices increase, you need to keep your population happy and give them more money to keep up with the inflation that's happening. So yeah, like lots of currency printing, tons and tons of currency printing. I think it's just getting way out of control. So what does this mean for crypto or gold? Well, gold and silver, why is gold at 1836 US dollars and silver at 2616? It's because the majority of gold and silver out there are paper gold and silver. This is what it is. So when you have a bunch of paper IOUs going back and forth, you can leverage your paper gold and silver like 100 times, 1,000 times. You don't even have to have any like accountability on this. So with that said, you're going to experience a lot more manipulation in the gold and silver prices, which brings me to crypto. That is why we are in Bitcoin. Okay, so as you know already, you cannot print more Bitcoin. You can mine it. There's a certain amount of emission that comes off of Bitcoin, and right now it's about 900 per day. So that is actually going to decrease in 3.5 years from now when the halving starts. And so that's going to continually decrease the amount of Bitcoin that's going to be available for people. Also, one great thing about Bitcoin is that regardless of how much the price goes up, it's the only asset in the entire world where the supply stays the same. So take, for instance, like gold and silver. So imagine if gold went to like 10,000 an ounce. People all over the world would be like, oh my gosh, I got to find like our jewelry. I got to find, rings and whatnot to go ahead and sell it because, people are hurting for money right now. And so they want to trade it in for fiat, and that will increase the supply. And also you have to look at like miners and stuff. They're going to be ramping up their mining production really fast if it hits 10,000. So you have to look at all this stuff and realize that, well, is there anything else that isn't affected by the demand? And it's Bitcoin. It doesn't matter if Bitcoin gets demand increases 10,000 times what it is right now. It's the supply is still the same. That is so incredibly bullish. Just think about that. Think about that during the weekend, right? Just imagine that. There could be 10,000 times a amount of people wanting to buy Bitcoin, and they're all going after that same little amount that's being emitted each day. But that little amount that's being emitted is being bought up by PayPal. So suck it. You can't get that one. So where are you going to go? That's why I'm incredibly bullish, and this is really great. So with that said, you guys know what to do. Stay disobedient at all costs. Bye.